Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a product I've been searching for some time. It's the plug and play Tetris. And this is a product I just want to review here on the channel and owning in my collection. Man, I love plug and play. They make no sense to be honest, but I just think they're fun to have. I am no pro player whatsoever. I think I'm just a beginner when it comes to Tetris, but I can really enjoy it together with friends. So we have like a couple of games implemented in this, say, plug and play Arcade Legends version. I'm saying it wrong, it's not like really 5 different games or more like 5 different modes. We're having Battle Tetris, we have Standard, Garbage, it's kind of funny, Garbage, Timed and the Hotline. They are not like super rare or difficult to find. If you're going to look into the marketplace, you will find them. But the major problem with these things is they ask sometimes such crazy prices for it, it makes no sense. I think it's fun to have them for a couple of euro or dollars. I'm just going to be honest, I did pay more than a couple of dollars or euro. Yeah, that is something you sometimes need to do. But I didn't pay a lot for it. It's a little bit under market price and was more like, okay, that's the price I wanted to pay. So Arcade Legends, I'm guessing this is the company releasing all kinds of things, like when it comes to plug and play. But here we do have like the 4AA battery that we need to put in this device, because that is what it is. It's like some old school stuff. So let's say general information about how everything works. But let's take a close look at the device itself. Let's do a quick unboxing. I just want to keep it in good condition. I already did a double checking before basically like doing this unboxing, because I just wanted to check out, and that is something of a warning. I always like triple check these things because they leave the batteries in here, and the major problem is if they're going to leak, your product has been destroyed. One of the awesome features this thing have is just the controls and just the way how this thing looks. Another interesting feature of this Tetris version, I don't know if they're always selling this by, let's say, 2 controllers, but it's quite interesting, because normally I always go to get yourself like 1 controller. I understand like what was like one of those unique ones was Mortal Kombat that you can plug like 2 into each other, and yeah, but you need to buy 2 of them. It's not necessary over here. We're having here the on and off switch, at the back the battery compartment, and of course having like the joystick. There is actually like there is no buttons whatsoever. Everything is basically like configured into this joystick / D-pad thing, because you need to like press it and rotate it. That's basically how it actually works. I think it's a very unique way to play. So at the end we're just going to get ourselves like the old school SCART cable, or it's just an old school cable. So you need to have a CRT or an LC that supports this. And then of course we're having, and that's interesting, we have the option to add ourselves the second controller by this tiny jack. That's it. This thing doesn't need any additional power, and we can just ready to play. But the first thing, let's add some batteries and just see what are we going to get when it comes to the gameplay itself. Okay, so the product itself has been licensed officially, brought to you by Radical Gaming. Another thing is quite interesting, they even having like a kind of weird looking 3D animation of the background. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. But what is quite interesting, that it does have the original tune that I know of when it comes to the old school Tetris from the Game Boy. So it's kind of cool. But how does it work? Let's check it out. Okay, so you want to go to the different player. Doesn't work now because you need to rotate it. Nothing happens. So it seems to be that it does recognize when there is a controller inputted. So let's plug it in for fun just to see what happens. Okay, see, that's kind of funny. So now we're going to go back. Okay, there seems to be, that's something of a recognizing system. So they did program it correctly. Let's go into the menu. I think you need to press, oh there we go. You need to press down, because there was no action button. So here we need that Standard Tetris, Garbage Tetris. Let's see if it is any good or is it indeed garbage. Okay, we can choose the level. I hope it's not, oh, I'm so happy that it doesn't like keep repeating that song. Okay, so I think we need to get used to this, but it's kind of cool, to be honest. I'm really curious about one thing. Like, I think there was no way of resetting it. So if I need to go back, I need to restart the system, or there was no way of basically like playing or resetting this game. Okay. Garbage Tetris. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, there we go. So we need to clean it all up. I'm trying to rotate it when it is like a freaking square, but okay. Alright, so let's see if I can clear up the garbage. I'm just gonna be honest, I need to really get used to this. Controls, but it is responsive. Alright, so let's see if we can... Of course I'm getting the wrong one. The controls itself, oh bad, oh boy, oh, see, already messing it up, making it more of a garbage. The next option I wanted to check out is the player 2. Let's see, let's go. So we have the same kind of option, -2. Yep, battle Tetris, garbage Tetris, and time Tetris. Okay, that's kind of cool. Woo! So let's see if the second control seems to be working. Yep, seems to be working just fine. I must say that it's kind of cool that you can play against each other. But the only thing that we're going to have is, of course, Tetris. Then we're having the hotline Tetris. After playing for some time with this thing, I'm going to get used to it. Still need to get used to this turning thing. But you need to be very careful. I'm just gonna be honest, just give me like a freaking normal controller when it comes to this. But let's see what we're going to get inside the machine itself. I must say that the way you need to play it is very unique, and I can really appreciate it when it comes to these plug and play devices. Yeah, it would be cool if they released them with HDMI connection. I don't know if it's going to be even possible. Come on, with technology getting cheaper, that needs to be possible. Alright, so let's remove the 4 screws. Let's see if I can leave the batteries in, or do I need to remove the batteries and then screw in there. I think there is something going on. So let's remove this one. And the reason I just wanted to double check in this, because of course there were more like components in this. I'm just going to be honest, like the second controller feels really light and cheap, because of course there's almost nothing in the inside. Ah, there we go. There we're having like the extra set of freaking parkers I need to get out. It's kind of interesting also, it shows over here poles, as you can see there. So I'm guessing they're made like different regions. Alright, so let's open this bad boy up and let's see what we're actually going to get. So, okay, interesting. They ground it with, what the hell, it looks like this is cardboard or something like that. What is this? Oh, cardboard with extra foil in it. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, so I need to be very careful that I'm not going to break the soldering. Oh no, otherwise I need to get my freaking soldering iron. So here we're going to get ourselves like in the inside. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, they didn't like put the double-sided type in here, so I don't know if there was like supposed to be. Now, I think I need to like place this in here, and the same goes for here. But this is basically the main board itself. We can remove this too. Everything has been like implemented with some extra metal around it. Oh yeah. And there and there is our reset at the bottom part. There we go. I think I just lost the button. No, I still got the button. Here it goes. Here it goes. So there is the button. I was thinking this thing needs to be resetted somehow. So that's basically how this works. A lot of capacitors in this freaking thing. A lot of black blobs, so we cannot like check out chips or any other information. Of course the wicket is the wicket. We're going to remove a couple of more screws just to see what we're going to get in here. Because I know you guys love me to rip and tear stuff. Same here, buddies. Same here. I love it too. So let's see, there we have another freaking screw. Oh man, there are a lot of screws in this tiny PCB. Stay there. But basically what you're going to get with these like plug and play is always like a big surprise. Let's see if we can find some more information on the other side, if there's something else to see. There we go. Let's get rid of all the parkers before I'm going to lose all of them. Alright, so here I have like some reference number. Here it says over here revision H. Doesn't state any date of whatsoever. That's like the power LED. Whoa. That doesn't really look good. I think it's more like a black marker. But there is nothing special to see in here. So that's basically what we're going to get when it comes to the PCB. It's a very tiny PCB, so let's put that in place and let's take a close look at the rotation and everything, how that works. I don't know if it's going to be visible on the camera, but I was just like looking around on it, and visual, there are a lot of like goo on the PCB, and when I smelled it, you can just smell that, like, you know, that special smell when it comes to like capacitors. So capacitors need to be replaced with this bad boy. There was something really serious wrong going on here. But let's take a close look at the rotation mechanism and everything, because I think it's not your typical, let's say, D-pad. That is the technology. I just wanted to see what is basically behind this, because that is quite interesting. So let's remove very gentle the 4 screws. Now the last one. Hope there's something that's like popping open. Yeah, there we go. I do see there's a lot of pressure on this. Alright, so there we go. There we go. There's the mechanism itself. So this is how it actually looks. Let's get the plastic spark here. Let's put it in there. And let's open it up. So basically this is just quite interesting way how this actually works. Okay. The cables are on here. This is more like a support. This is the membrane. So that's basically how it actually works. Giving some pressure. And here you can see like having the first set of wires basically connecting the D-pad. And here we're having like the extra set of cables, and this is for like recognizing the rotation mechanism over here. I can tell you that it is a very cool product to have in your plug and play collection. But the unfortunate thing is, already when you shown you with the capacitor, that is a problem. It's a miracle that it still works, but in the end, like, take consideration where you're getting stuff like that is really old, or at least a couple of years old. Using that great capacitors, we will have problems in the future. So it's going to be broken, or you need to replace the caps, of course. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the Tetris plug and play. Thanks for watching, and it will be great to see you in the next video.